Hello, I'm Sarah Grady Ackerman. Ward Larsen is continuing a string of successes with his popular fiction book titled Fly By Night. It's a gold medalist in the 2011 Florida Book Awards, and he joins me now to talk about this thriller. Thanks so much for being here, Ward.
Thank you for having me.
Now, let's talk about that. You have actually won a silver in the Florida Book Awards before, and now you've got the gold. What does this mean to you?
It means that I kept writing. My first book, The Perfect Assassin, won the Silver Award a few years ago, and then I've had two books since then, and then the fourth book, in the end, Fly By Night, is the one that won the gold this year.
What does that recognition mean to you personally?
It means a lot coming from the state of Florida. I'm a Florida native, actually. I was born here, which not a lot of people can say.
Right.
And it does mean a lot being a Florida native.
Great. Well, let's talk about Fly By Night. It's actually a sequel, correct?
It is, yes. Fly By Wire was my third book, and that's the first time I've tried to write a sequel. The publisher asked me to, and I went ahead with it.
Was there a challenge to, like you said, this is your first time with a sequel?
It is a little more difficult, yeah. It's different, having the characters already and having to put them into a new plot line.
And speaking of that plot, can you give us a brief summary of what the book is about?
Yeah, it's about the CIA loses a stealthy drone in the Middle East. And my book came out November 1st, and about 2 weeks later, the CIA lost a stealthy drone in the Middle East. It was a big headline about 3 months ago. So
some timing there.
So I was leading the headlines that time.
And this is a thriller. It's a suspense novel. Talk about that.
Yeah. The main character, his name is Jammer Davis, and he is a retired Air Force pilot, and he's also an aircraft accident investigator. And in my time in the Air Force, I actually went through the accident investigation school, so I learned how to do that in those investigations. So I draw heavily on that in these books.
Yeah, what's it like to use your own experience and be able to put it into the pages of a novel?
Well, as a writer, it's nice because it cuts down on the research. I kind of know what I'm talking about. I have written a historical novel as well, and that was much heavier on the research. So just talking from my strengths of aviation, it makes it a lot easier to write. I write the book more quickly.
And it sounds like you really keep people on the edge of their seats in this book.
If I'm doing it right, I am, yeah.
Where does that, your passion for writing come from? What do you enjoy most about it?
Good question. I guess I like the process. It's a lot of work. Writing the first draft of a book is not that difficult, but making it good, making it smooth, and making it to the point where it keeps the reader engaged all the way through is a lot of just drudgery, a lot of work. Right,
I imagine. And you mentioned you want to, keep their attention throughout the book. What about after they've finished the book? What's that lasting impression that you would like for them to have?
I'd like for them to write me and ask for the next one, and some do. It's encouraging. I get some very heartfelt letters from people who really did enjoy the book, and writing these days is not a big financial gain for someone like me, but to get that feedback and to get awards like the Florida Book Award, it's a certain recognition that makes you feel like you're doing something worthwhile.
Absolutely, and it sounds like you need to keep on writing because you had a silver, now a gold. We'll hopefully see you back here again, but thank you so much for spending time with us, and again, congratulations.
Thanks.
The Florida Book Awards are presented annually to recognize, honor, and celebrate the best Florida literature. The program is coordinated by the Florida State University Libraries and co-sponsored by these groups that promote books by and for all Floridians.